What is up, you gorgeous people? I'm here to bring you a very interesting video. I want to talk about what I see is a better hold for the long term, Crypto.com's CRO or Binance's BNB. I kind of want to hash out what I see as potentially a better choice when it comes to deciding what to accumulate first for the long term. So this stemmed from a conversation me and Messin we've had recently, where we were currently debating the merits of whether or not to focus on accumulating BNB for the long term or Crypto.com's CRO for the long term first, which one to do so first. So I kind of wanted to share my thoughts on that matter, and we're going to talk about some technical analysis with the two, what I see happening in the near term and the long term, and just kind of hash out just kind of compare the two and just talk about them. See which one's a better hold for the long term. So if you like the sound of that, I'd like to ask you if you could please like, subscribe, comment, and share, and hit the bell icon to be notified of new uploads. Okay, guys? We're going to be pumping out tons of important, time-sensitive, technical analysis and cryptocurrency news as this bull run gets going. So, guys, consider this this channel at a million or the moon essential viewing content for this next bull run. All right, guys. So I'm going to delve into this, but before I do, I'm going to talk about GSX at the very end. So if you want to hear about gold-backed cryptocurrency, stick around to the end, and I'm going to talk about it. So, guys, when it comes to if one were to decide, if one wanted to invest in a centralized coin, in a centralized exchange's coin, forgive me for struggling so hard, but and you had to choose between BNB, BNB, Binance, and CRO, Crypto.com. Let's kind of hash out some scenarios. So, BNB is a great coin. People. Guys, let's put aside for criticism of centralized exchanges and just kind of analyze these two coins, these two exchanges, and kind of just talk about them and what I see as their future. So, Binance is the largest centralized exchange in the world. It often competes with Coinbase for that title. It has a market cap of 4 billion, and Binance likes to bring a lot of solid, or a lot of projects that lean on the solid side to their exchange for trading. So I imagine if we get a bull run throughout this next year, Binance, that being the largest exchange in the world, centralized exchange in the world, is likely to benefit greatly from that. Now, Crypto.com, which is a smaller exchange, I believe that's a market cap of just over 1 billion, 1 billion right there, 1.4 billion, is smaller when compared to Binance. Although I like Crypto.com because it's very streamlined and it's geared towards newer people coming into the cryptocurrency space. It's a very easy exchange to use. Okay, it's very streamlined. It's very basic. It's So when it comes to trying to think, like if you were to ask yourself, okay, if mass adoption were to happen in cryptocurrency, if we do indeed get a bull run and all the normies are going to start FOMOing into cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, how are they going to do so? Well, they might do so through PayPal. PayPal recently announced that they're going to start, allowing the buying and selling of Bitcoin and other cryptos. Well, then I'd imagine that a very streamlined, easy-to-use exchange such as Crypto.com could likely benefit from that as well. So, I think Binance's coin BNB and Crypto.com's coin CRO both have a good use case for the long term. Given that I think these two coins could both benefit from an eventual bull run in different ways, and they both had different selling points, and let's say you wanted to invest into one of them both, but maybe you wanted to choose, or maybe you wanted to focus on one first, how would you go about doing that? Let's take a look at the charts, take a look at the most recent price action. If we look here at BNB, this is Binance's coin, okay? We've had a major run-up since mid-March. We've been making higher highs. We've had a crazy run-up. So let's take a look at how much we've pumped since mid to late March. We've gone up 375%. That's a lot, right? Now, let's take a look at Crypto.com. So Crypto.com has, since its peak in late August, has dropped 66%. So, I'm going to say the same thing that I said to Messin. If you are kind of torn between these two, and you look at the historical price action, and you see that Binance has had a massive run up as of late, and Crypto.com has had a massive crash as of late, and both are likely to recover and do well long term, and both are likely to benefit from an eventual bull run long term. Well, I would tend to lean towards the side of buying into the coin that's at a massive discounted price, that's had a massive drop, rather than buying into a coin that's already had a massive run up. Because Crypto.com has not had its run up yet. Well, it kind of has, and it kind of had a run up in August, but so did a lot of coins. Now, if an eventual bull run is indeed to come, I imagine that Crypto.com and Binance would likely do very well. Not financial advice, to your own research, but just kind of talking about what I see happening here. So, guys, basically, I think this boils down to, both could potentially benefit from a bull run. Both are likely to do well long term. So, how do you choose? Well, like I said, guys, I think because Crypto.com has had a massive downturn, it in my mind seems more attractive for accumulating for the long term. Now, something interesting that I've been noticing here is that Binance, BNB, may be forming a reverse head and shoulders, which is a very bearish pattern. So shoulder here, head here. So we have a peak, we crash down, we have another peak. And if this is indeed a head and shoulders, which it looks like to me, it's a reverse head and shoulders, I think we're in turn for another downturn with BNB. Now, this could always continue to break out bullishly, especially if the rest of the market continues to take off. But given the fact that we made a lower high, and this looks like a reverse head and shoulders to me, I think there's a high potential that BNB could be in store for some downturn in the near future. We also have decreasing volume, RR size making lower highs. But again, if the rest of the market continues to break out bullishly, BNB would likely continue to break out bullishly as well. So just because this seems like a head and shoulders to me does not guarantee that we're likely to see downturn. But I think it's a possibility for sure. I feel like I'm almost making this video out to Messin. So Messin, wait to see how this plays out, and then see if it goes down. And because he was kind of leaning towards more BNB, more Binance. But if we can see potentially some downtrending in the future, I'd say wait out and see if we do indeed break down. Because if we do break down and you can accumulate for your long-term bags at a discounted price, then that kind of changes the equation. In regards to why I would lean towards Crypto.com at the moment. But another thing to consider with Crypto.com is we may not have seen the bottom yet, guys. We may continue to downtrend here. Now, we're seeing a little bit of a rounded out structure here. So that rounded out structure may continue, but we may see further downtrending in the meanwhile. This does not have to go up tomorrow. In fact, I would bet that we're likely to continue to go down. We're getting constant lower lows, lower highs. Now our technicals, our MACD and RSI are technically making higher lows on a very macro time scale. But I just think this points towards this rounding out structure. So we may continue to see a rounded out bottom, but I believe this is going to take a very long time. Just to summarize, guys, when it comes to BNB versus Crypto.com, if you had to decide, if you wanted to accumulate one or the other and you had to decide, my 2 cents is, I'm not telling you guys what to do, do your own thing. This is not financial advice, but my 2 cents is I would lean more towards Crypto.com because it's at a massive discounted price. And again, I think the two are likely to benefit from an eventual bull run. And, Crypto.com also offers a, relatively high interest rate for staking. So that's another thing to consider. I don't know if BNB does. They may, but I'm not aware if they offer staking. But Crypto.com offer it. Another thing too, guys, I found Crypto.com very compelling because it is extremely, as exchanges go, especially compared to Binance, Crypto.com is much easier to use than Binance. So, whenever like newbies ask me, how do I get involved in crypto, I always recommend Crypto.com because it's very easy and it's very streamlined, and it's a lot less threatening than some other exchanges such as Binance is. So I always shoot people to Crypto.com's way. So if indeed things start to really take off and a lot of people are trying to get into the space, I think Crypto.com that has a very streamlined, easy to use platform is likely to benefit greatly. Not only that, you can buy like regular goods with using CRO with a crypto credit card. So that's another use case for crypto.com as well. I mean, Binance has its use cases as well, guys. It's the largest centralized exchange in the world. So yeah, that's my 2 cents, guys. Okay, now before I wrap up this video, I want to take the opportunity to shield GSX, because if you do your own research and you want to participate in gold-backed cryptocurrency, I invite you to check out the link in the description where it says 5% sign-up bonus. If you sign up using that link, you will get a 5% sign-up bonus, and I get a commission. Now, before you FOMO in, I want to just hash out a few things. They're current. So please practice proper risk management, meaning don't invest anything you're not willing to lose. Practice portfolio diversification. Don't throw all your money at any one coin ever. If it doesn't matter if it's GSX or Bitcoin. Bitcoin's probably pretty safe, but point is, it's good to practice portfolio diversification. Also, understand your own risk tolerances. Are you very risk averse? Are you not? Know that about yourself and do your own research. I'm going to leave a link down to their website, their white paper, and video where I delve in depth to what I see as the risks and the pros with this thing. So check all those things out. I also, in the description, leave the addresses for different cryptocurrencies, so that if you want to donate crypto to myself to support this channel, there's that option there. I really appreciate if you do. Just know that just please don't do so. Only do so if you're well off and you could afford to and you could spare it. If you like the content we do on this channel and you want to support me, a great way of doing so is to donating directly to myself. But please only do so if you're well off and you could spare it. It's important that you guys focus on accumulating your own bags for the long term. So I'm just, there's that option out there. That's all. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for now. And take care.